All right, guys, welcome back to another video of Shaman J. This is an exciting time because this is the refrigerator that I have for the back of the Tesla Model Y, and this is going to be a good one. So it comes in a very big box, bigger than I thought it would, but this is actually a big item here. So if you got these two grab handles here with lots of grip on it, so if you want to take this in and out, this isn't a very heavy refrigerator. The weight is on this side over here, so make sure you pick this up. You do lift with your legs and not your upper body, hurt your back. So on the front here, you got this part covered here for protection. You got your power settings and plus and minus to adjust the temperature. Then you have a little LCD screen there. When we open it up, you can see that it's got like a little insulation around here, obviously, and it's got like a rubber seal around here. Inside of the box and the refrigerator right here, obviously you have the power cable. Now the power cable is going to go into the plug in the back of the Tesla, and then you have this portion right here that goes into the refrigerator itself. Now I really wish that this plug was on this side of the refrigerator, because the plug for the Tesla is on this side, but this is a long cable, so just run it around the side and plug it in, if you will, and you're good to go. Here is another plug here for plugging it up in your house. I didn't know that it came with a plug for your house as well, but it in fact does, which is really cool. So you can use this when it's outside of your Tesla. Like if I want a refrigerator in my office or wherever I want to put it, here is the cable for that. You got some little padding here for foam for keeping it in place and when you plug it up, so it doesn't move around. And then this is the other power portion for when you're plugging up for the home. So this is a big battery, a big power plant here for plugging up in your house to power it, but the Tesla is just a giant battery, so that is why you just have the cable there for the car. So I'm going to take this out to the car, and as I try to stuff all this away, and then obviously you have the owner's manual too. Right here. This is for the Model Y only. Obviously, tells you how to sit it in, and then it tells you where to put the those 3M little foam things there when you're putting it in. So the first thing you do is you need to open it up and you need to apply those 3 foam things, foam stoppers on there itself right there, and then you should be good to go. You can plug it up. You can set the temperature to what you want, and it should be smooth sailing. So what I'm going to do is, this is going to be a more than a 2-part video or something like that. I'm going to go ahead and set the temperature. I'm going to plug it up in the car, set the temperature to be pretty cold, and then I'm going to put some things in it. I'm going to go ahead and take a water that's room temperature and put it out there and set the temperature and see how long it takes to get to a very cold temperature. So we'll be back. Let's go ahead and get this all set up here. Now, before I put it in the Tesla, I want to go ahead and test it out indoors here just to be sure everything worked, functioning good. It comes out at 29 Celsius to start, so it's set to max. I'm going to go ahead and set up the Bluetooth because this does in fact have an application that you need to use. So I'm going to go ahead and clean this out now. I can see it's already getting kind of cold. Wow. So here's the app. It's the app, so you can start searching. You allow it. Location. It found it right away, so I'm going to connect. Scan complete, and there it is. And so now I can control the refrigerator from the comfort of my front seat. I can set the temperature. I can pretty much do whatever I want to do with it from this application, which I think is really good. It tells you the different types of foods and where you need to set it to. So for drinks, 10 Celsius and so on. So you get to really get things frozen, you can be at 22 Celsius. So this is a fairly straightforward and simple application. I'm going to go ahead and let this actually get a little bit colder inside, because if I want to set it, I set it on the actual device itself, but you can set the temperature by increasing it like this. You can see it's actually increasing on the device as well as I change it here. So let's go ahead and set it to 12 Celsius. And currently it's at 29 Celsius. So that is where we have it set. So now it's going to do its best and quickest to get to 12 Celsius and cool off. So I'm going to let this sit for a little bit. And just want to show you the application portion though, because you see how fast it's synced up. It's just really quick. I'm going to let this cool off. I'm actually getting ready to clean it now with the wipe it down. You know, obviously you're supposed to wipe down everything like this when you get it. You want to make sure it's good, but it does have nice lighting. It's not too loud. Yeah, this is going to be pretty good. So let me go ahead and get it cleaned up. You also don't want to open it too much while it's trying to cool down. And it says that in the owner's manual. So I'm going to go ahead and let this cool off. I'm going to clean it before I put it in the car and before I put anything in it. So just keep watching. This is actually really cool. Okay, the refrigerator is now up to temperature. Let's check it out. You can see here, I put it into eco mode because you want to have the, oh yeah, wow, that is freezing inside of there. You want to have it in eco mode if you're going to leave it in the car and leave it plugged up, because you don't want it to drain your battery. So we're going to go ahead and put this in the car and I'll show you how it looks. I'll put those 3M little squares are to keep it to ventilate. Now there is a different hood or cover you can buy for your Model Y, but now they put in the little 3M stoppers there to keep the front of your lid and your Model Y on the back. And I'll show you, lift it up a little bit because this needs ventilation. It needs to ventilate. So I don't know that I'm going to leave this plugged in all the time in the Model Y, because it doesn't take long to cool off. You should let it run for about 30 to 40 minutes. This actually got cold in about 30 minutes. So I'm going to get it cleaned up now, and then I'm going to take it out to the Model Y. And this is a large capacity here, man. This is enough to fit a lot of at least 24 cans and then another 24 on top if you're going to do cans. Bottled waters. Yeah, you can fit a lot in here. Food for when you're traveling. The LED light is beautiful. So let's get this thing out here in the car and let's show you what we're working with. All right, guys. So here we are. Just kind of giving it a once over here, checking the temperature. And it's still in the 20s for the degrees there. It's very, very cold in this thing. And I can definitely see myself taking a long trip and using this refrigerator. I won't remove this from the car pretty much at all. And when it's not in use, I'm simply going to unplug it. So let's take a look at the application here. You can see the temperature is set exactly where I want it to be. And it's cooling off again, even faster. So putting things inside the refrigerator is going to be really nice to travel with. So you just run the cable and plug it into the old cigarette lighter style right there. And then that is it, man. This is a pretty simple installation. I definitely suggest that you put these on here. These are the 3M little cushion foam things that they give you for the back of your car. And what it does is it lifts up the back portion of the car so the refrigerator can have ventilation. This is a must-have because you don't want this to overheat. So there's room all around that little gap there. Everything works fine. Now, actually, I left in my bottom portion of my floor mats, and it still fits just perfectly fine. So this is definitely a must-have for a Model 3 or a Model Y. I highly recommend it, and hit that link in the description, guys. You can really deck out your Model 3 or your Model Y with pennies on the dollar compared to what you can do with these things and the value of them. Take care.